Hi guys, welcome back to the coding lecture brought to you by Newton School. So my name is Aditya Rajiv and I am an incoming software engineer in Boeing, India. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe if you're watching this for the first time. Let me just tell you that I am making courses currently on object-oriented programming. In the future, it will also be on C++, STL, Java collection frameworks, DSA in Java, and all those concepts. I'll try to quickly finish this topic and move on to the next one. And if you're getting a benefit out of all these things, please hit the like button and share it with others so that they also can get the benefit. So before moving to today's topic, I would like to tell about Newton School. It is a Edtech company which prepares you for a career in tech. And it has courses in full stack development. You don't have to pay for it to enroll. You can enroll for free. And later when you get a good job in a product-based company, if a job is like more than 5 LPA, then you have to make a payment afterwards. So it is very nice way of learning because the money tension won't be there, right? And Launchpad is a new initiative by Newton School. It is basically done to help people learn coding, programming from scratch. All right, and this YouTube channel is also a part of that only, Launchpad. You can find the other details in the Launchpad section in the Newton School website. So please do check that out. All right. So let us see today's topic. So today's topic we are going to discuss about friend functions. So friend functions are quite interesting things in object-oriented programming. All right, so till now we have discussed about access specifier, constructors, inheritance, and all that. So in the previous video, access specifier, we saw that it can be of three types: public, private, protected. Public modifier can be accessed anywhere outside the class also. So all the methods and data members which are in public can be accessed anywhere. But private cannot be accessed anywhere outside the class. And what about protected? Even protected members cannot be accessed outside the class except in derived classes. You can access them through derived classes, right? Now, friend function, how is it benefiting? What is friend function? Basically, it is a function which helps in accessing the private and protected members of the class which it is associated with. It is not a member function of a class. The declaration is done inside the class. You can declare it inside the class, like you have to give an association with it. All right. So once you have declared it with a class, then you can access the private and protected members through this function. Why is this helpful? Some of you might think that it is against object-oriented programming principle, because the whole purpose of private modifier is that we don't want our data to be insecure. For data security, we have private and protected modifier so that nobody accesses our data as and when they feel like, right? But friend function is helpful in some situations wherein we have to make a immediate change or a critical change in our private data, and this might not be possible with the help of the member functions, because see, also through member functions we can access the private data, right? But sometimes we might want to access it directly without any member functions. For example, consider that we are students, or we are all students, right? Now when we are students, we'll have certain information, like in college we'll have our grades, we'll have our assignments, also we'll have our fees, like the semester or the year fee, correct? So we don't want to disclose that fees to others, maybe, so we can keep that in private section. But now suppose there is some change in the fee and we want to make a change over there, so we will have to have a friend function to directly access that and make a change over there, because that private data is not going to be used anywhere in other member functions. So only in our friend function will help us achieve that. All right. So what I'll do, I'll make a class called student. Okay. And here in the private section, I'll declare a variable called fees. Okay. And in the public section, let me make a constructor student. All right. And it is going to set the fees to say 1 lakh. Okay, so it is going to set the fees to 1 lakh. And then I will have a function called output, void output. And it is going to basically print this. It is going to print the fees, correct? But now see, I cannot access the fees. It is a private part. It is in private. So what I will do, I will write friend function here. So keyword friend and then the function. So basically I'll say change. If I want to change the fees, right? So if I want to access the data, I need to make an object of it. I need to make an object of not the data. I need to make object of class. I need to make an object of class student so that that object will be initialized with this value, and then I have to change that, right? So this function will take argument as an object. So if I just pass it like this, so I'm passing an object S of class student. But here, see, it is not passed through reference. If I don't pass it through reference, then actual changes will not be reflected. Whatever changes you make here, if you change these fees, for example, it will not be reflected for this object. So you need to pass it through reference. This is basic C++, right? I hope you all know that. So we will define, basically we'll just give a prototype here. Friend function prototype we'll give here. All right. And outside the class, we will define it. So you see, outside the class, what exactly is happening is we are just writing the function like the return type, function name. So we are not using friend again here. Friend keyword is only when it is associated with the class. So you can write friend function outside also using scope resolution operator. So scope resolution operator is this, right? So that is an exercise for you because I've already told about scope resolution operator in the first or second video. So you can check in these two videos I would have told. So using that, you try to see if you can or if you cannot. Let us see what happens. So now I am going to define this friend function. All right. So friend function, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say s dot fees plus equal to, I'll make it plus 50,000. So see, this fees, which is private to this class, it is being accessed with the help of friend function. So in the main method, I will make an object of student, okay, a student class. So when I've created this object, this fees is initialized to 1 lakh already for this object. So now I'll say output. First I'll call this output, all right. Then I'll say changed value is. I'll pass this object to the friend function. Yes, I'll pass it here. And then I'll say output. So let us see what happens if I run. So I got an error. What is the error? So student, somewhere mistake I've done. Okay. So this is the output that we're getting. See, initially an object was made. When an object was made, it was initialized. The data members were initialized with this value. Fees was initialized with 1 lakh. Then we simply call the output function. So it printed the fees, which is 1 lakh. After that, we pass the object to the friend function. What is friend function doing? It will change the fees. It will increase it by 50,000. So we have passed it to friend function and we have passed it through reference. So actual change will occur. Reference means we are directly dealing with memory only. Then we are calling the output function again. So this time it is printing 1,50,000. So this is about friend function. When we want to access the private and protected data members of a class, we use friend function. There is also a concept called friend class that also I'll discuss in the upcoming videos. This friend function can be used in, it can be used with 2 or more classes also. Friend function can be friend to 2 or more classes. So keyword is like this, friend and this. And see here, object we will definitely pass. I mean, object will help. You don't need object to invoke the function. See, we are not saying s dot change here. If you observe this, we are just calling this function. It is a normal function only. Normal function, but it is just friend to this class. So we don't have to say s dot change. We are not going to invoke it with the help of object. But if we want, the purpose of friend function is to make changes in the private data or protected data, right? So we'll pass the object as a reference, or we'll pass the object. Basically, we'll pass the object to the function here. All right. So we'll do the prototype here. We'll just declare and then we'll define here. So this is basically what is friend function. All right. I don't think anything else is so important related to this topic, but yeah, it is just necessary to know why and what is it. That's all. So I hope you liked it, and please hit the like button. It will help the algorithm. Share it with all your friends as much as possible. Subscribe to the channel. It will really motivate me. And, you know, it will help others also get a lot of other information, because this initiative is going to help a lot of people. All right. And you can see all the assignments and quizzes in the Launchpad section. So don't forget to check that out. I'm telling it again once. Subscribe to this channel, share it. All right. So until the next video, stay tuned. Bye.